Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. In today's video, I am showing you one of my favorite and go-to baby shower gift ideas using my Cricut. You would have seen the end results not only in the thumbnail, but in the little intro of this video, but I'm going to take you through the entire process of making this little memorabilia gift, starting of course with all of the supplies and tools you will need, which everything will be linked down in the description box below. But I'm also going to show you how I design it using Canva, how I upload it into the Cricut design space, how to size things appropriately, and then of course at the end, how to put it all together. So make sure you stay till the very end of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Okay, so as far as supplies, you will of course need your Cricut and all of the little tools that come with it, but I'm going to be using some matte black permanent vinyl and then my standard grip mat. And then as far as the box itself, I have this storage tote from Amazon. This came in a 4-pack, and they also came in a couple of different colors, but I just thought the clear white was gonna be pretty with the hanging files that I'll show you in a minute. But these are specifically for hanging files. And then these are the hanging files. So there's purple, light blue, and pink. The baby is a girl, but obviously you could make this for a boy as well. But anyways, that is all the supplies that we will need for now. So let's get into designing. So I am starting with Canva, which is a blank document. Now we're gonna go back and forth between screen recordings and me talking to you right here. So if I'm looking down here, it's just because this is where my laptop is. But starting with canva.com, we have a blank document here. I'm going to add a text. This doesn't really matter at all, but I want to show you the font that we will be using is called Daydream. So this is the font, and let's change this to the baby's name, which is Kinsley. I just think that's so cute. So the most important thing at this step is to make the design as big as we can. So we're using just a square design, and we want to fill up that square. And the reason why is because we're gonna upload this to the Cricut design space as an image. So we just want it to be really clear and with as much detail as we can possibly get. So I'm going to drag this up and fill the entire screen. Okay, so then I'm going to add another text, and this one is going to be in Athens. And we're gonna choose regular Athens. And then the middle name here is Dawn. And I'm actually gonna bold this here as well. And that way it just sticks out a little bit better. And I'm going to space it out just a little bit. I'm gonna do 50. I think that looks good. And then let's make it a little bit bigger. And then this looks kind of weird. There we go. And so I'm going to stick this design pretty much right underneath, but a little bit closer to the Y just for aesthetic purposes. But I think that looks good. It doesn't have to be perfect right now, but I am gonna drag it right down into the middle, and again, make it as big as we can possibly get it. So at this point, our design is created. So now we just need to save it as an image so we can upload it into the Cricut design space. And I'll show you how to do that. But really quickly, I just wanted to mention, I do have Canva Pro, which allows me to save the image as a transparent background. But if you do not have Canva Pro, you can still download it as a regular image, upload it into the Cricut design space, and just use that magic erase tool to erase all of the white parts, and then you're good. This will just make it to where it's a little bit better quality and a little bit more convenient, but you by no means need Canva Pro to use Canva with your Cricut design space. So we're gonna go in and we're gonna hit download, and I'm gonna hit this transparent background. We're gonna leave it as a PNG just because that is the best quality, and that is the only way it'll let me save it as a transparent background. So now our design is saved. So as you can see here, it's a transparent background. So I'm going to hit add to photos, and then we can close this out. So now we're done with Canva. I'm gonna close out Canva, and we're gonna go just into the design space. So this is the Cricut design space, and we're gonna hit upload. And I'm gonna do upload image. So then, yeah, this is where I was telling you you could use the magic erase tool. So this is the magic erase tool. You would just click around in all of the little white spots and inside the letter, and that would get rid of all of the white spots in your images. But again, if you have Canva Pro, you can just save it as a transparent background, and you can skip that step entirely. So now we're going to hit continue, and we're gonna save it as a cut image only. We are not doing a save as a print then cut, only a cut image. And we're gonna hit save. So then here's our design here. We're gonna click on that and do insert image. So then now our design is in the Cricut design space, and I want to show you really quickly how I measure the tote to make sure that the letters appear appropriately. All right, so as far as sizing goes, the first thing that we need to remember is that our mat is only a 12 by 12, but really we can only put a design that is 11.75 or smaller in both height and width. So with our storage tote, if you wanted to put the name on this side, you certainly could. For me, I'm gonna put it right here in the front. So what I do is I just use my tape measure and I just measure across, which is 9 inches, about 8.5, we'll say. And then height-wise, it is, let's say it's 7, but let's not go any shorter than 6. Okay, so now we know that the design needs to fit in between 8.5 by width and only about 6 by height. Now, these aren't solid numbers. We can certainly adjust a little bit, but I want to keep in mind that we want to stay in between those diameters. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a shape. So we'll click shapes here. And we'll do a square. So then before we can go to the next step, we need to turn on our Cricut, load our mat, and all of those good things. So let's head over there. All right, so now we're ready to turn our Cricut on. So we're gonna let it turn on and get situated. And then we are going to hit the open button. All right, and now at this point, we're ready to lay our vinyl. So I've got our standard grip mat here, and I'm going to put the vinyl right here on the edge. And then make sure that lays all the way flat. And then it's ready to load into our machine. So then we'll just stick the edge of the mat in and press the little arrow button to load it in. All right, so now we're ready to use our transfer tape. So I've got my roll here. This is again from Amazon, and I just measure it out first quickly. Okay, so now we have our cut transfer tape. So I'm gonna peel off and we're gonna lay it right on top, starting with one end, and then using our scraper tool, we're gonna make sure it goes on nice and flat. So then there is our design. Okay, so now to lay the design, I'm going to take it and just kind of eyeball it for now. I want it to be close to the left and the top. I think that looks about good. And then what's helpful is these lines will help you stay even. So then using our scraper, I'm just gonna make sure it's nice and secure. Now we're ready to peel it off. So we're gonna keep it nice and flat and peel directly backwards. All right, so now with our box done, we're ready to move on to the hanging files. And I'm gonna do it in a pattern. So I'm gonna start with pink, and then we'll do some blue, and then we'll do a purple. All right, you guys, so that is how the baby shower gift idea turned out. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a comment down below letting me know what you think of this gift idea. If you like this video, if you have other video suggestions or any questions about your Cricut, I am here to help and I love chatting with you guys. I respond to every single one of my comments, so definitely test me on that. But I hope that you enjoyed. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week and I will see you next time.